So hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Candid Conversations with Caroline and Chris. My name is Matagaru Chris. I'm an urban planner. I'm also a radio host.
I'm Caroline Wedera from Nakuru, a counseling psychologist.
All right, so today we felt like due to the whole COVID-19 problem and the coronavirus issue that is going on in the country and the world, we realized that most of families right now have this self-quarantine thing going on. You know, you have to stay home, and basically we want to just focus on a certain I saw a sort, like it was one of the memes that was being shared. Of course, we as Kenyans, we really love our memes. So the meme was specifically talking about how people have to stay at home now and bond, and talk to each other and all that. So basically we want to just tackle the aspect of relationships at home, especially in terms of fathers and daddy issues, because we realized that African dads have this whole authoritarian vibe. They really have a different perspective of how they approach parenting. So in relation to that, a friend of mine I was having a conversation with just the other day, and she was saying that she is trying to build relationships right now. Like the boyfriend she's meeting and all the guys she engages with are kind of like toxic to her. So she was wondering, like, how is it that she finds herself being attracted to guys who are mean, who are rude. And we were having that conversation with Caroline earlier, and she has a lot of insights on that, and I feel like that's the best way to start our channel. So Caroline, just to have an understanding of things to do with daddy issues and relationships, how do those things work?
From even observation from people around us, you'll realize that, the way they say girls marry their dads.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you'll realize that this girl will keep, or a woman will keep attracting things because the first man that she got to know was the dad. So the affection, however, whichever way it was given, the attention, if the treatment was wrong or right, if this woman is not self-aware and does not come to understand themselves at length, by the time they are dating, by the time they're in their third relationship, if they're keen enough, they'll notice that there's a certain pattern. And this pattern will be, I like men who are like this, and I do not know, even in common terms, tu utasikia mtu anasema, mi sijui mbona napatana na wanaume wanakaa hivi. But subconsciously, they choose them. Someone would be like, I just meet douchebags, I meet this kind of men, nice men. So it's the patterns that comes from childhood, especially from age 0 to 7, when we're being socialized at that age. Maybe if the dad was a batterer, yes, you'll resent him. But when you grow older, you find that you're attracting the same pattern.
Some mean guys.
Yeah, so that's when unasikia watu wakisema, akikwetu ni kama tulirogwa. Like casually,
sure.
You say that.
Sure.
Mimi nilirogwa. Wanaume wenye napatana nao ni wapombe nini. And then when you start talking about this person, father alikuwa anakunywa, and
you kind of see the connection.
Yeah, so that's when you start picking these things. So it's not as simple as it sounds. It's easier on paper, it's easier said. But if a person gets to a place where you realize, there's a certain pattern and I do not like the men that are coming in my life, that's when maybe you'll sit down, look at the men, and you find all the men I've been with. If they're toxic, there are specific 5 characteristics that are with these people. So at some point, we all get that awakening. Everyone at the point, whether you'll be 20, 25, 30, 40, at some point in your life, kuna siku utakaa hivi and uone, I don't like this pattern and it's time to break it. So when maybe you go back and realize, oh, you have so many unresolved issues, and those things that you actually really hated about your dad that you never even forgave him for, you find a man with it, unajipata.
That's what you're craving.
And it's like the mind is playing games with you, because you feel like if Chris drinks, he's rude to me, he's not nice to me, maybe I'll end up changing him.
Okay.
You know, you feel like you have the power to change him. You feel like, I could not change my dad, I could not change what my dad was, but this man, I can change him. But you see now the pattern goes on and you become more toxic. And this applies to both genders, by the way.
Yeah, even guys as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd find that sometimes you're, this is in relation to a friend of mine just the other day. We were talking about this, and he was saying how he brought home a lady from a different tribe. And the dad was super toxic about it, in that he is like, you know, you cannot bring a lady from another tribe to this family. If you're going to do that, you might as well go out there and, you know, start your own thing. I don't want to have that kind of vibe happening. So dads have a very big impact in how we relate with our peers and even the relationships that we build. And it's funny that nowadays, you know, some of the dads that we look up to are the ones that, you know, are the ones that are calling themselves, you know, sponsors and sugar daddies, you know, going out there and, you know, hitting on ladies that are just, you know, the same age as their daughters. So the question comes in, like, who do we look up to in our society, especially in Kenya, for the men that are supposed to be our guide? They're supposed to be the ones leading us towards better things, you know, opportunities and all that. But you end up having a scenario where you have a lot of pent up anger with the young men because of how they're being treated by the older generation. So guys, it's important to understand that how you relate with your father, even your uncles or the male figures or in your life, really matter. And your relationships could be going through a lot based on some of the experiences you had when you were younger. Because how your father loved you and how your father treated your mother is how you will treat women, you know. Is that, like, there are people, of course, who will try to break that chain, but at the end of the day, we need to understand that that in itself is very essential.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think self-awareness is the first step. It's not something you can heal overnight, because you can imagine you're 21 or 25, and by the time you're 25, that's the time that you realize that, oh my God, there's this pattern in my family. So you don't expect to break it overnight. You don't expect to have a breakthrough with your next or your current relationship. You have to work on yourself. You have to forgive this male figure in your life who's, you know, maybe it's your grandfather, your dad, your uncles, anybody who stood in as a dad in your life. You have to forgive them and forgive yourself for not knowing better. And I think it's not a topic that we can discuss. It's a very
intricate,
wide range. Yeah, it's not
Absolutely.
something we can discuss in one sitting. And even questions would go a long way, because people have different experiences about it. They have some, you know, hidden things, secrets, things they've kept, they would like to talk about. And I think questions would be a good way to tackle it, as at least 90% of it.
Absolutely. So if you have like a burning question, maybe you feel like you should add up to us, maybe take time in the comment section. Ask Caroline a question about, you know, what we've talked about, and, you know, take time and really understand that father figures play a big role. And to all the young men out there that are fathers and are soon gonna be fathers, you need to understand that you play a critical role in how your children will end up being in their relationship. So don't just do things for the sake of doing. Take time to really understand the impact of your actions and your words. So yeah, thank you so much. Anything you wanna add, Caroline, before we
subscribe?
Of
send
course.
your comments and anything, any corrections, anything you'd like to add to make the channel better. would appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll be seeing you real soon. Thank you so much.